Hello and welcome to another video blog from home. And today on A Vogel Talks Menopause, I'm going to be talking about how the menopause can affect your water balance and signs to show that you may be experiencing water retention. If you like my tips and advice, then please subscribe and remember to hit the bell icon so you can be notified of all my new videos. I've had a lot of queries from women about water retention over the last few weeks, a lot of it to do with the hot weather we're experiencing, but this is quite a good one to be aware of, so I thought that I would go over things again. So what's the main cause here? What's the connection? It's mainly to do with the hormones. Estrogen can impact on our sodium and our fluid balance, and when you were having periods, very often you would find you would get that little bit more bloated just before a period. So the same thing is happening in the menopause. Estrogen can interfere with our water balance, whereas progesterone normally helps to keep everything under control. Problem in the menopause, as our hormones start to change, that fluctuation between estrogen and progesterone throws everything out the window. And a lot of women find that their water balance can change on a daily basis. You might find one morning you're absolutely fine, and the next morning you wake up and your ankles are swollen or your eyes are puffy and you're wondering what on earth is going on. So it's mainly to do with the way in which our hormones fluctuate on a day-to-day basis. The main signs of water retention, so just mentioned puffy eyes, especially just under here, swollen feet and ankles, breast tenderness. You might find that your breast size goes up quite a lot very, very suddenly. You might find that your breasts feel really hard and really sore, and that's a sign of water retention. It can be bloating and weight gain. You might be one of these women that weigh yourself and think, I've put on 5 pounds since last week. Why is this happening? And very often it's the fact that your water balance has started to change. Brain fog, if we're dehydrated, if the body is storing water elsewhere, then that can affect our cognitive thinking. It can also be strong or very dark urine. If your body's holding on to as much water as it can, it's not going to let a drop go. And you might find suddenly that you're going to the toilet a lot less, but when you do go, you're not passing a lot. And it may have a very, very strong smell and a very, very dark colour. So what can you do about this? The important thing here is watch your salt intake. Because salty foods and salty snacks can immediately and very, very quickly cause the body to hold on to as much water as it can. And the interesting thing here is if you are going for a meal maybe at night, or you're out having a barbecue or a party and you're eating lots of salty snacks, because your body is holding on to as much water as possible, that can end up triggering night sweats and hot flushes. So just be aware of the link of that one too. Help to balance and increase your electrolytes. Electrolytes are certain vitamins in the minerals in the body that help to keep things in balance. Calcium, magnesium and potassium are important for so many things in the body, but between them they help to control our fluid balance too. So you could look at supplements such as our lovely balanced mineral drink, because that contains calcium, magnesium and potassium. So it's a nice one just to have as a daily drink, especially if you do a lot of sports. Stay hydrated. Again, with the really hot weather, it's important to up your water intake even more. If you are hydrated, your body is not going to hold on to water half so much. And it's one of these weird things. You think, how can drinking water stop fluid retention? But because your body knows it's getting enough, it will release the water that's stored in these places where you're having problems with. Exercise is really important. If you get your muscles and lymph system moving, this can help to keep water retention at bay. So you're looking at exercises that tend to increase your heart rate. So that would be things like brisk walking, jogging, a little bit of skipping, even inside. If you've got one of those mini trampolines, I find them really handy. Even if you've just got a few minutes to spare, you can have a quick jump up and down. Swimming can also be another good one too. Manage your stress, because stress impacts on our nervous system, and our nervous system also has a part to play in fluid balance. So if you find that if you're stressed and anxious that you're getting more water retention, then that just means that your nervous system needs a little bit of extra TLC. The one thing here is, please don't use diuretics, because if you use diuretics, you're forcing water out of the body, and the body then goes, I need more, and it will try even harder to hold on to any water that you're taking in, and that can make you more dehydrated at cellular level, and that can make your symptoms worse. So it's really important here is that dehydration just means that your body is wanting that little bit more water. The one thing to watch here is that swollen ankles and swollen feet can indicate other health issues, such as high blood pressure and possibly diabetes. So if you've tried these tips and you find that they don't work, and if you find that your swollen ankles tend to be there the whole time, they don't go down at all, then please just get this checked out by your doctor first. So I hope you found this one helpful. If any of you again have any tips to help, we would love to hear about them. And until next week, have a good week. Bye.